Welcome to Metro Motion, where we have a lot to celebrate. 2 new rail line openings, 3 others in construction, hundreds of new buses, and many freeway, bike, and pedestrian improvements. We've made a lot of progress together, but there's still a lot more to do. LA County is in the midst of a transportation renaissance as we plan for future growth. 2.3 million people expected to move into LA County in the next 40 years. That's a lot of people. Hi, I'm Pauletta Tennillis, Chief Communications Officer at Metro, and we're working hard to expand our transportation system for us, our kids, and our grandkids. Here at Union Station, where I'm standing now, is just one great example of that. Metro purchased Union Station to be the transit hub for the region, and already thousands of people pass through here each day, going to work, school, doctor's appointments, and special events. But we want to expand our system even more to provide easy, convenient connections, ease traffic, and improve local streets. We're on the cusp of being the transportation capital of the world. We're all in it together. So how are we going to make that happen? Angelenos are stuck in traffic an average of 81 hours a year. That's an awful lot of sitting in traffic. So Metro has a bold plan. We've been working with our partners all across the region on the transit and freeway improvements that are a priority for our county. But it also includes improvements in your local community. Things like better streets, repairing potholes, better signalization, and bike and pedestrian pathways. We've come a long way, but we still have a lot more to do, and it's going to happen through our continued local investment together. So what does this mean to you and me? Well, our new half-cent sales tax will be about $25 per year per person. That's much less than if you buy a cup of coffee or a fast food meal, but that local investment will also help keep fares affordable for seniors, the disabled, and students, and keep our system in good working order after it's built. So why now? Well, because we have to start planning today for tomorrow. And the longer we wait, the more expensive it's going to be. We're on the Gold Line platform at Union Station, and just a couple of months ago, a few miles up the road, we were joined by thousands of people as we celebrated the opening of our Gold Line extension from Pasadena to Azusa. The trains are packed, and already it's providing a much easier and more convenient travel for thousands of our commuters. For more on this story, we turn to Megan Stecker.
It's opening day for the Metro Gold Line extension that's going to provide a great new transportation option for the people of the San Gabriel Valley and for all of LA County. With this 11.5-mile extension, the Gold Line now reaches 31 miles and has 27 stations.
So today, Arcadia, Monrovia, Duarte, Irvindale, and Azusa join Metro's transit revolution. That's why we're here today.
While other regions questioned whether they would want rail, we always knew the Gold Line would be right for us and that it was important. And that's what we have before us today. We have the opportunity for this next leg of the Gold Line. Now, the question I want to ask you is, are we going to stop in Azusa? No! Are we going to go at least to Claremont? Yeah! Are we going to go to Ontario? Yeah! A great network and a great rail system is vital to our county.
Because this isn't just about providing people from the San Gabriel Valley to come into other parts of the county. We want to come here and visit our friends here too. We want to come in here. We want to use Ontario as an airport, not just LAX. We want to see a vibrant region that eases congestion for everybody.
Today is such an important day. We are ready to deliver and run trains for the next 50 to 100 years, right here in St. Gabriel Valley.
So we give big props to the San Gabriel Valley, to all who pushed for the Gold Line Foothill extension, and we look to the next phase.
Residents came out to enjoy opening day festivities at the stations along the extension and take advantage of today's free rides. While riders may not know the numbers, they understand that this new service will impact their lives in a positive way.
So, are you going to be taking the train every day for work?
Well, that's my plan. So the combination of this plus the extension of the Expo line all the way out to Santa Monica is going to be perfect.
How much time do you think it might save you on your commute?
Probably around 20 minutes each direction, so 40 minutes a day.
Amazing. What are you going to do with all that extra time?
I'm going to probably spend it with these guys. Yeah, spend some extra time with my kids.
The Gold Line extension is part of Metro's plan to create a transportation revolution here in LA County.
So up to now, each of these opening of the lines has been an extension from one place to another. Now with the Gold Line and the Expo extension, we're going to have a real system that serves all of Los Angeles. You'll be able to get to downtown, to UCLA, to the airport, to the beach, to the San Gabriel Valley, to the San Fernando Valley, to Long Beach. You'll be able to get almost anywhere, and with all the other choices that are being opened up by Big Blue Bus and by Metro and by other forms of getting around, from bikes to pedestrians, we're going to have a real mobility revolution in LA.
With its extension to Azusa, the Gold Line now officially becomes the longest rail line in LA County.
Metro is good at getting us to work, but did you know it's great at getting us to all the fun? 2,200 buses, over 100 miles of rail, bike, and pedestrian programs. It's getting easier than ever to get from one end of LA County to the other. Let's see a couple of ways to play that the new Gold Line extension is offering. Justin Walter and I will tell you how. And we'll learn about one of LA's founders, a man from the past named Lucky Baldwin. Find out why he was so lucky.
Joining us now is Sandy Snyder, who is the former curator for the LA County Arboretum and Botanic Garden and a current volunteer. So thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Now today we're talking all about Lucky Baldwin and his significance here at the LA County Arboretum and Botanic Garden. So first off, where are we standing with this beautiful building behind us?
We are standing at the Queen Anne Cottage, Lucky Baldwin's guest house.
Okay.
It was built in 1885 and it's fabulous.
So did he own the entire land that the Arboretum is currently located on?
Absolutely. The Arboretum is 127 acres. Baldwin, the extent of his holdings in the San Gabriel Valley ended up at 50,000 acres. So what we are is the home site and what's left of all of that land.
Like many who settled in Southern California, Elias Jackson Baldwin was an American original by the way of the Wild West. Not only did he make a large amount of fortunes, he also made a big impact in the Los Angeles County area because he owned a lot of land in the San Gabriel Valley, lived a life full of adventure, and married often. In 1828, Lucky Baldwin came west at the height of the California Gold Rush looking for adventure and riches. He found both, first in San Francisco, then in the San Gabriel Valley. All you need to do to learn more about Lucky Baldwin and his impact on Los Angeles County is to hop on Metro and take it across the county to the new Metro Gold Line Arcadia station. From there, you can take a shuttle to this beautiful location, the Los Angeles County Arboretum and Botanic Garden. Joining us now is Dale Carter, who is a volunteer at the Arboretum, and we are standing in the middle of the Arboretum, which is completely gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?
This is a great place to volunteer.
Yes. Yeah. Many people come here because they're interested in all the plants. Most of the plants are all labeled. They can learn about them. They can see how they grow in this particular environment.
So you mentioned a depot. There's a depot here.
Yes. So the Santa Anita Depot, Lucky Baldwin's depot. Well, it wasn't his. It was a Santa Fe depot, but it was located here on the ranch. And when they built the freeway, it was moved over here to the Arboretum, and it's a great place to go and visit.
So can we go check it out?
Let's go do it.
Let's do it. All right, Dale, we've made it to the southeast corner of the Arboretum, along Baldwin Avenue, and this is where the Santa Anita Depot is.
That's where it has been relocated from its original location up where the 210 freeway is today.
It's a big structure to move.
Well, it is a big structure to move, but not when it's brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
They had to take it apart and put it back together like a Lego set.
Well, there's so much history here, with Lucky Baldwin, the Arboretum, the rail system. So thank you for sharing us all about the experience here.
Well, you're certainly welcome.
So that's Lucky Baldwin here at the gorgeous Los Angeles County Arboretum and Botanic Garden, which is a great place to visit off Metro Gold Line. But there's also a connection to Lucky Baldwin at the Santa Anita Racetrack, which is just a short shuttle ride away from Metro Gold Line. So here's Megan to tell us all about it.
Most people think of Santa Anita Racetrack as a great place to spend the day. But did you know it's also an important part of LA's history? Here's how.
Megan, welcome to Santa Anita Park. We call it the Great Race Place.
Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful place, my first time here. Can you tell me a little bit about the history of the racetrack?
Sure. This actually is the second racetrack, Santa Anita Racetrack. The first was started by Lucky Baldwin when he bought into Rancho Santa Anita. He actually bought 63,000 acres here, what they call Rancho Santa Anita, which encompass East Pasadena, Arcadia, Sierra Madre, Monrovia, Baldwin Park.
So he was into gold. Let's talk Gold Line.
Okay.
So I took the Gold Line to get here, escape the traffic.
Yes.
Are you guys expecting that you're going to be able to capitalize off of the new Gold Line?
We're very excited about it, Megan. We have been waiting for this. We originally actually were involved with the design of the Gold Line station in Arcadia. Some of the frieze art that's on the side of the building has been incorporated into the station. We're seeing on weekends, we're getting a young crowd dressed up, ready to go to the races, having fun. We think the Gold Line's really going to bring a lot of new people to the track.
So you mentioned there is shuttle service to the racetrack,
Right.
and how often and when does that run?
We'll, every race day, so every Thursday through Sunday, we'll operate our own shuttle, called the Santa Anita Shuttle, from 10 in the morning till 6 at night. So that's plenty of time before the race, the first race, and plenty of time after the last race. In addition to that, the city of Arcadia has their own shuttle on Arcadia transit buses come from the Gold Line station. Every day of the week, they're going to run a loop. So you not only see Santa Anita, but you can see other great spots in Arcadia.
They call this the Yankee Stadium of racetracks, so take the Gold Line down and find out why. A few days after the Gold Line opened, a group of middle school students and their teacher took advantage of the new line and a special student Metro safety program to take a field trip to college. Justin Walter has the story.
We're here in Monrovia waiting for students from Santa Fe Middle School to take the brand new Metro Gold Line extension to the APU Citrus Station in Azusa for college visits. Now the ride is completely free for the class as part of a special program developed by Metro to help schools take kids on field trips. Now for these students who are part of the AVID program to encourage kids to work towards college, this could be the first time they're having a vision of getting a college education. Now for some of them, they could be some of the first in their families to do so. Joining us now is Jackie Martinez, who's the Senior Community Relations Officer for Metro, so thank you for joining us.
No problem.
So tell us more about the programs Metro is doing with schools and Metro.
So we do have a couple of great programs actually that we work with a lot of schools that are within a 1.5 mile radius of our train lines. It's through transit safety programs. We go out to the schools, we conduct safety presentations in regards to how to use a train, how to use a bus, how to live around Metro. Once they've been presented to, they actually qualify to come out with us on a rail safety orientation tour. We'll provide them with free passes to use the system so they get a hands-on experience how to use the train.
We're on the train right now, headed to the APU Citrus Station in Azusa. Here are our students from Santa Fe Middle School. Are you guys excited for today? Yeah! So Natalie, where are you guys headed?
We're heading to 3 colleges, and we're heading to Azusa Pacific.
Azusa Pacific, so you guys are taking a field trip to go visit colleges, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So are you excited to go see a college?
Yeah.
Have you visited a college before?
No.
So are you excited to see what it's like to be on a college campus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ms. Hardwick, tell us what the AVID program does for the students.
So AVID is a nationwide, actually an international program designed to help students guide themselves into and through education and their careers and college.
Taking the class and the students via Metro to the college, what's it like using Metro to do that?
Well, that was my whole purpose and design, because we are right across the street from the train, so it brings an awareness, and it also helps understand how easy and useful public transportation is.
What are you most excited about for today?
To see mostly the colleges, because maybe in the future might end up in one of these colleges, and like it will tell me what classes I could take to get into these, or what programs I could have in order to be in it.
So what would it mean for you to be the first person in your family to go to college?
Well, I would be very proud of myself, first of all, and second, it'll be really meaningful for my parents to see me be successful in life.
Are you guys excited to check out Citrus College today? Yeah! All right, thank you, Metro! So there we have it. Today is just another example of how the Metro Gold Line extension is helping LA County by helping students envision a future with a college education. For those taking the new Expo line here to Santa Monica, well, you've got a lot to explore. Now, reporter Mike Ryan is always in search of new things to do with our bikes in Metro, so let's check out what he's been up to off the new Gold Line extension and the Expo line here in Santa Monica.
Nice day for a ride up here on the San Gabriel River Trail, which is not too far from the Gold Line extension. We're going to be taking that down to Santa Monica thanks to the newly opened Expo line extension. And we're going to be figuring out what's good up here in the foothills, all the way down to the beach on two wheels, all thanks to Metro.
We're very excited for the Gold Line here because we do a lot of rides in these communities, and it really helps to bring people together. So there's a lot of people using the mountains here to recreate, to play, hike, bike, explore. And we actually have a few trails in the San Gabriel Valley that can take you to these mountains. One of them is the San Gabriel River Trail that can actually take you from the mountains all the way out to Long Beach. That stretch in Duarte, right off of the Duarte Gold Line station, as well as the Irwindale and Azusa Gold Line stations. And it's just a short ride, about 10 minutes from either of those stations to get to the trail, where you'll see a lot of wildflowers right now and a lot of birds, wildlife, and a lot of bicyclists and runners on the weekends. So it's definitely a place that you should check out. Yeah, so on June 26th, we're having a huge open streets event. So if you've ever been to beach streets in Long Beach or Ciclavia in downtown LA, we're doing an open streets here in the San Gabriel Valley. It's going to be 17 plus miles long. It's going to be 7 cities, and it's going to be along the Gold Line. So you can start at any point, no registration required, and come and check out our communities. We have a lot of wonderful businesses. We're a very diverse region. And you can ride your bike, skate, walk, run, or even scoot. So come on down.
To head to the west side, you need to take the Gold Line down to Union Station, hop on the Red Line, connect with the Expo line, all the way to Santa Monica.
All right, well, we made it to Santa Monica, and there's so much to see and do. But if you don't have a bike, no problem. There's a program here in town that's got you covered.
So Breeze Bike Share is just another option for people to use to get around town. So we envision there's a train right here, train stop, so people take the train into Santa Monica, and when they get here, they need to connect that, last mile or two, and it's a lot easier to do it on a bike than it is to walk. Breeze Bike Share exists citywide. We have about 75 locations installed at this point, and there's 500 bikes. People always ask me, how do they get going, how do they get started? And the easiest thing to do is to download the Social Bicycles app that is part of the system. And once you have the app and you register for it, and then you get an account, you set up a PIN, and once you've done that, you're ready to get rolling. So we're here at the 17th and Colorado Avenue station, and we're just a short distance away from one of our favorite stops, DK's Donuts.
DK's is a serious one-stop shop for foodies. We have sprinkled donuts, glazed donuts, chocolate donuts,
My favorite is Poe's Peanut Butter Puff.
My favorite donut is apple fritters.
My favorite donut is the donuts that I get to stuff with ice cream.
I'm a DJ. So my favorite donut at DK's Donuts is the Maple Bacon Bar because it is a sample of maple and a sample of bacon, and when you mix them together, it's just like a sweet sound that gets the whole crowd pumped up. And you know, when you eat it, it's like,
Well, from donuts to the beach, thanks to Metro, they've got you covered here in Santa Monica. As for what the locals think, let's go to Justin Walter.
With the opening of the new Metro Expo line extension from downtown Los Angeles to Santa Monica, Metro riders can easily travel from LA's skyscrapers to the beach. Now I'm here in Santa Monica to talk to locals to give you inspiration for your next trip to Santa Monica using the Expo line extension. So what is an unexpected place that new Expo line riders to Santa Monica should visit?
Well, if you are lucky enough to be in Santa Monica on a Wednesday or a Saturday, you can walk to 3 of our farmers markets from the Expo line. We have one farmers market near the Bergamot station, and we have 2 farmers markets in downtown Santa Monica, one on Wednesday where we are today, and then one on Saturday located on Arizona Avenue at the 3rd Street Promenade, 3 blocks from the Metro stop.
So the new Expo line makes getting here a lot easier for people that don't live in Santa Monica.
You don't have to hassle with parking. You just bring a couple of extra bags, come to the market, spend the whole day, and then go on home on the train and compare your purchases with everyone else who's just been to the market.
Great, thank you. Gina, tell me something good about the new Expo line.
I'm very excited that it's going to change my commute from Silver Lake. I work over here 3 times a week, and I'm excited to not drive.
What's an unexpected place that new Expo line riders to Santa Monica should visit?
I love going to Wasteland on 4th Street, right next to here, like 4th and Arizona. It's where I get most of my wardrobe. Used and vintage clothing, the best stuff.
Well, I would say that if you're coming down here, a great thing is, if you want, especially if you like seafood, is a place called the Blue Plate Oysterette, which is like a East Coast clam bar, and they have all kinds of great seafood.
Bergamot Station Art Center. It's a great art center. I think there's about 35 art galleries located over at Bergamot Station.
Wow. What are some of the galleries, like what type of art would people see?
There's roughly, like I said, 35 art galleries. There's about mostly contemporary art galleries, some photography art galleries, but there's also a cafe, some creative spaces, and some live work spaces here as well.
I love it right here. This is Palisades Park.
Okay.
It's beautiful at sunset. You can get perfect views of the sun setting over the mountain. They also have great workout classes during the day, and I sign up with them through ClassPass, and you can do yoga or cardio right out here under the blue skies. It's great.
And it's a free spot to just stroll and enjoy the ocean views.
Absolutely, and it doesn't get as crowded as some of the other areas of Santa Monica, so I really like coming here and just kind of taking in the outdoors.
Pam, tell me something good about the new Expo line.
Well, it's just fabulous that it's coming here to Santa Monica, and people from around Santa Monica, from around the west side, from downtown, from all over the region can come here to Santa Monica and explore it, especially where we are here today at Tongva Park.
Yeah, so what is an unexpected place that you recommend anyone using the new Expo line should visit?
Well, I think Tongva Park. It's about 6 acres, and it's been sculpted into rolling hills. It was flat initially, so there are 4 acres. There's the area called Gathering Hill, which is an open space area with an amphitheater where people can gather, events can take place. We have Observation Hill, which is in the west side of the park, where there are 2, you walk up a bit, and there are 2 viewpoints where you can look and see the ocean, see the park, see the terrain around. There's also Garden Hill and Discovery Hill and a children's play area too.
I love it. So anyone who hasn't been to Tongva Park can easily now get here using Expo.
Absolutely.
How exciting is it for the Expo line to now be servicing Santa Monica for you guys?
It's a game changer, you know, and this is an opportunity for people who might not otherwise come to visit, or an opportunity for people in Santa Monica to go to other parts of Los Angeles. And I think it brings the whole greater Los Angeles together.
Metro is transforming transportation one ride at a time for now and the next 100 years. More trains, more buses, better freeways and local streets, more options, more jobs, more time for you. The future is now to move Metro forward. Thanks for joining us and safe travels.